You didn't just study economics to memorize models. You studied it to move markets, to understand systems, and more importantly, how to outgrow them. Because true economic empowerment, it's not just about analyzing GDP. It's about generating your own. It's about shifting from consumer to creator, from employee to owner, from paycheck to portfolio. Robert Kiyosaki taught us that financial freedom isn't a dream. It's a discipline, a mindset, a shift in how we view risk, reward, and responsibility. And if you're in the room right now with a degree, a vision, and a hunger for more, you're already halfway there. Because economic theory taught you the rules. But empowerment, that's about learning when to rewrite them. You don't just need more income. You need more assets. Cash flow that works while you rest. Investments that multiply while you master your craft. Because here's the secret. Wealth isn't built in spreadsheets. It's built in decisions. The decision to start, to build, to own. Ownership is the foundation of empowerment. You can't change your economy without changing what you control. So stop waiting for the system to shift in your favor. Build your own, start small, stay strategic. Whether it's real estate, a scalable service, a digital product, or equity in your own ideas. Start acquiring assets that cash flow while you sleep. Because your degree gave you credibility, but your choices will give you currency. You want to empower communities, model ownership, teach collaboration over competition, teach value creation over hustle culture. You don't empower people by just giving them money. You empower them by giving them models, ways to generate, sustain, and scale wealth. And you don't need $1 billion business to start. You need a blueprint and the boldness to take the first step. Kiyosaki called it the cash flow quadrant. Employee, self-employed, business owner, investor. Where are you now? And what's your next move? Because economic power isn't just a goal. It's a gateway to freedom, to influence, to generational stability. You want to help Africa rise, then help its people move from dependency to dividends, from scarcity to strategy, from survival to sustainability. And remember, economic empowerment doesn't always start with capital. Sometimes it starts with clarity. What do you know that others need? What problem can you solve today that someone will pay for tomorrow? That's where leverage begins. You're your first asset, before the real estate, before the stocks, before the startup. Your mindset is the most valuable property you own. So invest in it, expand it, protect it. Because when you understand money, not just how to earn it, but how to multiply and move it, you stop working for it and start making it work for you.
That's economic empowerment. So ask yourself, what are you building that can outlive your labor? What are you creating that can compound without your constant input? Because salary is survival, but ownership is freedom. So build the business, buy the asset, share the knowledge, shift the system, and don't just break generational curses, replace them with generational capital. It's not just about money, it's about meaning, about control, about the power to choose your life and help others do the same. This isn't theory anymore. It's strategy, it's mindset, it's mission. So stop waiting to be empowered. Start walking in power. Build your mind, build your money, build your mission. Because the economy doesn't just need analysts, it needs architects. And you're already one of them. The truth is most people work their whole lives for money, but never learn how to make money work for them. They master the job market, but never enter the asset market. They chase promotions, but never pursue positions of power. But not you. You're not here just to climb the ladder. You're here to own the building. Because economic empowerment isn't about impressing the system, it's about insulating yourself from it. So that when economies wobble, you don't crumble, you pivot, you create, you thrive. And no, it's not always glamorous. It's not always viral. But wealth, real wealth, it's quiet, it's consistent, it's built in private before it shines in public. And that's what we need more of on this continent. Founders with foresight, builders with backbone, professionals who stop waiting for raises and start raising the bar. Because here's the shift, you don't work for income anymore. You work for independence. And your economics degree? That's not just for analyzing macro trends, it's for mastering micro decisions. What you do with your next hour, what you do with your next 1,000 naira, what you do with your next opportunity, that's where economic power starts. Not in government policy, not in market swings, but in your personal operating system. Can you delay gratification? Can you say no to consumption in service of creation? Can you bet on a long-term return instead of short-term applause? Because that's what separates the financially free from the financially fragile. Look around, we're in the middle of an economic awakening. The rise of digital economies, the decentralization of finance, the rebirth of African innovation. This is the time to own something, to create assets that don't just feed you, they free you. Write that ebook, start that online course, invest in that land, buy into that tech company, launch that community platform. This is no longer just about economics. It's about agency, the ability to choose your time, your team, your territory, your trajectory. And don't let fear disguise itself as logic. You don't need to have all the answers. You need to start asking better questions. What am I building that can scale beyond me? How can I turn my skill into a stream of income? What will my last name mean when I'm gone? Because legacy isn't just inheritance. Legacy is instruction. It's empowerment passed down through example. When your children watch how you earn, how you spend, how you invest, what are you teaching them? That's the real economy. Not the numbers on a nation's balance sheet, but the knowledge in a household. So start now. Start where you are. Start small, just don't stay small. Invest in your skill set. Invest in your mindset. Invest in the kind of future that outlives your present. Because the continent is watching. The next generation is watching. And they need proof that economic power is not just possible, it's practical. It's in the habits. It's in the hustle. It's in the honesty with which we build. You are the strategy. You are the system. You are the shift we've been waiting for. And if this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. One that's rewriting the rules. One founder, one investor, one empowered mind at a time. Let's build bold. Let's build smart. Let's build Africa. And when the doubt creeps in, because it will when the numbers don't make sense and the pressure mounts, pause, breathe. Then remember this, you're not just building for today. You're laying bricks for a tomorrow your grandchildren will thank you for. Because every time you invest wisely, every time you choose purpose over pride, every time you say no to shortcuts and yes to strategy, you're planting seeds of freedom. For your family, for your community, for your country. Economic empowerment isn't a solo mission. It's a ripple effect, one that starts with a shift in thinking and ends with a shift in history. So don't shrink to fit systems that were never built with you in mind. Redesign them, disrupt them, outgrow them. Let the world watch as you turn scarcity into strategy. Let them see how you turned obstacles into ownership. Let them feel the fire of an African founder who refused to wait for permission to rise. Because this is not the era of playing small. This is the era of purpose-driven power. And if this message reminded you of what you carry, of the mission that won't leave you alone at night, then don't keep it in your head. Put it in motion. Put it in markets. Put it in the mirror and remind yourself daily, I am the asset. You don't just have potential. You have a responsibility to activate it. And as you do, remember there's a tribe rising with you. Founders, builders, visionaries, all doing the hard, quiet work of turning vision into value. And that tribe lives right here at StreetWise Success TV. So if this resonated, like it, share it, comment below with the mission you're building. And most of all, subscribe. Because we're not just chasing goals, we're changing narratives. And your story, it's part of the shift. Stay wise, stay bold, stay building. This is your moment. Let's go.